So welcome back, Bonos. Just want us to check out his injuries. Oh, he's out for 3 months, so that explains why he didn't play as many games. I didn't look how many caps he got compared to Dr. Reflex. Okay, so moving on to John. He's still at Tottenham. His value's come down a little, I think. He's got a few years left on his contract. Again, at this level, we're not going to be improving much, but still, he's just solid. We'll find out how many games he's played. He is wanted by a club. He's played slightly more, but there was a couple of injuries that year that stopped him, so he just seems to have stayed at the same sort of level. But it's a disappointing average rating. He's only got above 7 1 year, and he's played double-digit games competitive in leagues, so that's disappointing. 2 goals in 8 years, I think that is, 9 years. But obviously, we're not going to judge him by the goals, but considering he was down for that attacking fullback role, he didn't really kick on the pace or acceleration and become a attacking wingback. They just spent too much time training him on his other foot rather than making him out to be a good wingback. So he did. He only got 8 starts in the league, 5 subs. Achievements. See what Tottenham have done. They won the Euro Cup again. It's just always in the Europa Cup, and the English league so strong in this compared to the other leagues. In real life, Spain and Italy and Portugal good in that competition. But I'm sure in real life the Euro Cup winners go into the Champions League now, so can't really defend it. Should be given the option, but no one in real life would, just because of the money. Okay, there's not a lot to report. I have looked, like I said, I have looked at everyone's profile, and everyone's in this sort of position with John. We've all got a long time to run our contracts now. We're not playing every week. It's just a bit dull. That's why the 2-year leaps might be good, in the sense that not a lot's going to happen unless, like you say, you change team. So there's major interest from Man City, but I can just see that being a sideways move. Probably playing less games at City. 40 caps for Ireland though, so he's consistent on the Irish front. Let's go back and see how he's played for Ireland. 8 starts, 1 sub for Ireland, 3 assists, 1 a man of the match. So again, doing well for Ireland, doing well in the cup for Tottenham. But again, those international cup games, they're against weaker opposition. If you get a good average rating in a league, that's generally a good way to judge someone. He's on holiday. His morale's good. He's not forcing the move or anything. So left back. All right. Move on to Novak. Oh, it's me. I'm injured again. Surprise, surprise. My textbook 2 to 3 months, but I have moved to Tenerife. So considering myself, Ross, and Nick were the 3 that had their contracts were up, and I was expecting myself to be retired. Especially when I went onto the page and there was no scroll down option. I was like, hang on a minute. Looks like there's only 3 of us have disappeared. Obviously, Mills was gone. Ross was. He obviously, on your view, he's still there, but when I view it in the maximized, I don't know if you can see that, the maximized version, then it's not there. You don't have to scroll down the screen. But anyway, I've moved to Tenerife, who are like a championship team in Spain's equivalent league. So I'm happy with that. It's my right level. Considering my ability at the start, I've obviously regressed, but now that type of division is good for me, just because that's my standard. I'm not going to improve, but what games now and just see how it goes. It's better than being retired, I guess. So I got my injury again. It's just standard now. But I did play a fair amount of games. So 2/3 of the season, injury was what hampered me. But I've got very good average ratings when I do play. 8.5 in the cup, almost 8 when I play for Ireland. Solid in the league, but obviously it's a lower standard. But just see where Tenerife finish. Maybe I get promoted or something like that. No, they're mid-table. So I'm happy knocking about here, but I've just got this feeling now. How old will I be? I'll be 28, and I can just see myself retiring, or everyone else being in a similar position to us. Just our contracts going, unless we're world class likes of McShane, Gallagher, and a couple of others, we could just retire. So having learnt from Ross and Mills, what I could do is that when I could just track it so that I'll wait until the window in August, and when that window closes, if we haven't joined a team, I can add myself as a manager, just say Brentford, someone like that, and put in a free bid, because you can sign free agents after the window closes, just to stop us from retiring. If we were in our 30s, I wouldn't do it, because that's just natural. But when we're like 28, that is our prime. So I've got 3 years to go before our prime. So someone like myself, John, our contracts all around there. If we're not being picked up by anyone, if you guys are okay with that, if you'd rather just retire, let me know. But I can go in. Hopefully someone does pick people up, but I'll wait. If the window's shut and you're still not moved, I might just do it just until we're in our early 30s. Otherwise, it's not. If it only come down to these videos where there's like 6 of us left. But so on my stats, yeah, I didn't do much. Did I win anything? Oh, I won. Oh, that was with Spain, Real Madrid last year, but that hadn't appeared on the last one. So I have won something finally in my career. Although did I feature? Very unlikely. Let's see if it's possible to tell. This was last season after all. Ooh. Where is the cup final? Spanish cup final beat Sociedad. Yeah, so I did play. I was about to say I wasn't even on the bench. So I did appear in the final of the Copa del Rey. So that's something. Managed to get a booking for my troubles. So I'll take that. And overall, see, I was on trial. I did get released. It wasn't like a Tenerife approach to sign me. If I hadn't done well or impressed on that trial, like Mills at Watford, I would have retired, definitely. Wouldn't have been in position to save myself. Would have been identical to Ross. And I did look at my injuries already when I looked at my profile, and what I worked out was I went on the trial. Where was it? So I would have gone on the trial in late August, got the gig, and then I was out for 2 months. So that's if I'd had that injury before, I'd definitely be dead. And now I'm out for 3 months. So again, in a 12-year, I'm out for 5 months. There was this period when 2, 5, 2, 2, 4, 2. So and you can go even further back, and I've got 3. So I've been the most injury plagued, but that's obviously hampered me. But I think going to Madrid's the real killer, because what I've noticed is some of us have gone to big clubs and then been loaned out. We're the ones who haven't really developed. But as you'll see when I come on to Stephen, he went to a big club early and then just sat in the reserves and got their facilities, got the coaching. So I think all this time when I've been saying we need to get loans, maybe we didn't once we were at the big clubs. So you guys can judge it for yourself. Let me know what you think. And we'll move on to Novak. Just only got a minute left. So Novak is 31.5 mil. He was signed 29 million by Tottenham. He's obviously thwarting John's game time, but his attributes looking lovely. Can't remember how much they've gone up from the last one, but they've probably improved a little bit just because he's still playing every week. He's happy as Larry. He got a few England caps. He's now playing more regularly. Got Luke Shaw ahead of him though. But look again, solid. He hardly ever misses a game. That one doesn't count because it's the same calendar year as this one. So he actually played 35 Prem games out of 38. So he's just very consistent. And he misses 1 or 2, and that's his best year. Great average rating. 50 overall games. So he's just phenomenal. 5 international games. Good average rating. Chipped in for a couple of goals. Only 1 in the league. A few match assists. He's just solid, dependable. Not amazing, but he's hard to get really good, reliable fullbacks. As we know, Tottenham won the Europa Cup. We know that.